Okay, page 9. We're looking at the first one here being an inequality. So that's unit 2. Says Tina can type at least 65 words per minute. Write and graph an inequality to represent this situation. So we'll say X is the actual typing speed. So X and 65. If she can type at least 65, that means 65 or more. So her actual typing is more than or equal to 65. The graph here, 65 is over here. It's an open, or sorry, it's a closed circle because it could be 65 words per minute, but the ones greater than that are this way. Okay, 68 is also unit 2. It's an inequality, but it's dealing with fractions, so a lot of unit 1 as well. Okay, I'm going to add 9, so then I have negative 1/9 x is less than whatever 2/3 plus 9 is. Well, 2/3 plus 9 over 1, I need to get common denominators, which is 3 here. So the first one doesn't change. 1 times 3 gives me 3, so 9 times 3 gives me 27. So if I add these, I get 29 over 3. Okay, now I want to get rid of, so I'm going to multiply by negative 9. So I'm going to multiply by negative 9. It's going to cancel the negative and the 9. But as soon as I multiply by a negative, it flips the sign. So I'm going to get x, or 1x, is greater than whatever 29 over 3 times negative 9 is. So I'm going to do 29 over 9 times negative 9 over 1, which is, big number, 29 times 9, negative 261 over 3. Divide by 3, see, and it actually ends up being negative 87. So my answer here is x is greater than negative 87. Okay. 69 through 71 is unit 3, lesson 1. What do the flat portions of the graph represent? Well, I should probably read this first. This shows Susie's school day. Susie rides the bus to school. After school, she walks to a friend's house to wait for her mom to pick her up and drive her home. So what do the flat portions of the graph represent? Okay, what you want to look at is the y-axis. It's a constant distance. Another way of saying a constant distance is she is stopped. Okay. At which section is Susie waiting for her mom at her friend's house? Well, let's go through her day. Here she's probably walking somewhere. We're going to talk about this on 71. Actually, I'll just go ahead and answer it. Here she's probably waiting for the bus. And then this is riding the bus. This is at school. Okay, so section 2, she's waiting at the bus stop. Or maybe at a friend's house, waiting to get on the bus, basically. At which section is Susie waiting for her mom at her friend's house? Remember, she waited for her mom after school, and then she drove home. So here's school. She walked to her friend's house. So section 6 is where she's waiting for her mom. Okay. Last question is unit 5, lesson 1, but you're identifying which of these is the solution. Okay, so basically you just want to identify which line is this and which line is this, and it has to be on the same graph. So one of them's negative, one of them's positive. So you're going to have a downhill and an uphill. That's all of these. Doesn't help me. First one, the y-intercept is 3. This one does not have a y-intercept of 3, so it can't be A. This one does, and this one does. This one has a y-intercept of negative 3. Yep, yep, yep. Now we gotta look at the slopes. So the one that has a y-intercept of 3 has a negative slope, of a negative 3 slope. So down 1, 2, 3 over 1, that matches. Okay. Over here, that does not match. Down 3 over 1 doesn't match. Down 3 over 1 doesn't match. So these two are out. It's B. And that's the end of page